Hello students, today we are going to discuss our first chapter, that is biological classification. We see so many living and non-living things around us, and we classified each living and non-living things on the basis of our need, that is food, shelter and clothing. Is this the way of scientific way of classification? No, not at all. Then what were the need of biological classification? There are so many living organisms which are known by different names in different places. So it is not easy to study each living organism. To solve this problem, scientists gave scientific name to each living organism so that we can universally study or categorize each living organisms in different categories on the basis of their different characteristics. First we have to know what is biological classification. Whenever we use the term biology, it means we are talking about the living organisms. We are talking about the life. So it is the branch of science which is dealing with the classification of living organism, that is called biological classification. So biological classification is the classification of living organisms in a scientific manner, that is called biological classification. The first scientist who classified living organisms scientifically was Aristotle. Who was the first scientist? That is Aristotle. He classified plants into trees on the basis of their morphological characteristics. What he considered? He considered morphological characteristics, and he defined plants into trees like, that is herbs, trees or trees. After Aristotle, there was another scientist named Linnaeus. Linnaeus proposed two kingdom classifications. What Linnaeus proposed? Linnaeus proposed two kingdom classification. In his classification, he classified living organisms in two kingdoms. First one is Animalia and second one is Plantae. But this two kingdom system classification was totally failed. What were the reason of this of the failure of this system? There were the three reasons of the failure. First one is, there is no differentiation between unicellular and multicellular living organisms. Okay. After that, second reason was, there is no differentiation between eukaryotic and prokaryotic living organism. And the third reason was, no differentiation between photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic living organism. Okay. So what we studied, that Aristotle was the first scientist who classified the living organisms in a scientific way. What he classified? He considered plants. And what the criteria? It includes morphological characteristics to define plants. After Aristotle, Linnaeus proposed two kingdoms classification, which include kingdom Animalia and kingdom Plantae. and this system was totally failed, and the reason of the failure was there is no differentiation between unicellular and multicellular living organisms, no differentiation between eukaryotic and prokaryotic living organisms, there was no differentiation between photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic living organism. After Linnaeus in 1969, R.H. Whittaker, R.H. Whittaker proposed 5 kingdom of classification. What he proposed? 5 kingdom of classification, which includes, as the name suggests, 5 kingdom classification. So it includes 5 kingdom. What was the 5 kingdom and what were the criteria of classification? We will discuss about it later. So R.H. Whittaker proposed 5 kingdom of classification. What were the 5 kingdoms? We will discuss. Like we are talking about living organisms, okay? And we all know that living organisms are of 2 types. Either they are prokaryotes or either they are eukaryotic. What is prokaryotes? Pro means primitive, karyotic means cells. Okay, primitive organisms are known as prokaryotic and eukaryotes are advanced organisms which have bounded cell organelles. So, organisms are of 2 types. First one is prokaryotic and second one is eukaryotic. The prokaryotic living organisms are unicellular in nature. They are unicellular in nature, and the organisms which are prokaryotic and they are unicellular, they are considered or they are placed under the group Monera. So, the first kingdom is kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera includes prokaryotic organisms, living organisms which are unicellular are placed under kingdom Monera. Second one, eukaryotic living organisms. There are again 2 conditions. Either eukaryotic organism is unicellular or it may be multicellular. There are 2 conditions. Either the eukaryotic living organisms are unicellular or multicellular. If they are unicellular, then they are placed under the kingdom Protista. Which kingdom? Protista. So our second kingdom is kingdom Protista. First one is kingdom Monera, second one is kingdom Protista. Now come to the multicellular living organisms. There are again 2 conditions. If the organism is multicellular, it may be with cell wall or without cell wall. Multicellular organisms may be with cell wall or without cell wall. If they have a cell wall, then again there are 2 conditions. They may be photosynthetic or non-photosynthetic. If the living organism is with cell wall and photosynthetic, it is placed under the kingdom Plantae. Our third kingdom is kingdom Plantae. If the living organism is eukaryotic, it is multicellular and with cell wall and it is non-photosynthetic, then it is placed under the kingdom Fungi. After that, the living organism which are eukaryotic and multicellular and they do not have any cell wall, they are placed under kingdom Animalia. So what we find? We find 5 kingdom of classification. First one is kingdom Monera, second one is kingdom Protista, third one kingdom Plantae, fourth one is kingdom Fungi, and fifth one is kingdom Animalia. So this is the classification which was given by the R.H. Whitaker. Now we will discuss what were the criteria he considered for the classification of these kingdoms. So we find out the 5 kingdom of classification. Okay, first one is kingdom Monera, second is Protista, third one is Fungi, fourth one is kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. Now we will discuss about the criteria, what criteria R.H. Whitaker considered for the classification of living organism. He considered cell type of the living organism, after that he considered cell wall, then nuclear membrane, body organization and mode of nutrition. What I told you, first one is considered cell type, second one he considered cell wall, third one is considered nuclear membrane, fourth one he considered body organization, and fifth one mode of nutrition. These are the 5 criteria which R.H. Whitaker considered for the classification of living organisms. Okay, now here first kingdom is kingdom Monera, second is Protista, third is Fungi, fourth one is Animalia, and fifth one is kingdom Plantae. Now we are talking about the cell type. So Monera, what is the cell type of kingdom Monera? Kingdom Monera cell type is prokaryotic, and cell type of Protista is eukaryotic, Fungi eukaryotic, kingdom Plantae eukaryotic, kingdom Animalia eukaryotic. This point is clear. Now cell wall. What type of cell wall Monera contains? Monera consists polysaccharide. The cell wall is made up of polysaccharide plus amino acid. Polysaccharide plus amino acid. And Protista, the cell wall present in some living organisms, either mostly it is absent. Okay, fungi. If we are talking about fungi, the cell wall is made up of chitin. Plantae, kingdom Plantae, the cell wall is present and it is made up of cellulose. In kingdom Animalia, the cell wall is absent. Okay. So we discussed two characteristics. First is cell type. Kingdom Monera cell type is prokaryotic, Protista is eukaryotic, Fungi is eukaryotic, Plantae is eukaryotic, Animalia is eukaryotic living organism. After that, cell wall. Cell wall in Monera, the cell wall is made up of polysaccharide and amino acid. In Protista, in some protist cell wall is present, mostly it is absent in kingdom Protista. After that, fungi, the cell wall is made up of chitin, and in Plantae the cell wall is made up of cellulose. In Animalia the cell wall is absent. Now we are talking about the nuclear membrane. In Monera, there is no nuclear membrane. If it is prokaryotic and it is prokaryotic, so the cell organelles of this kingdom are not bound by any nuclear membrane, so it is absent in kingdom Monera. In kingdom Protista, nuclear membrane is present. In fungi it is present, in plantae it is present, in animalia it is present. Only kingdom Monera there is no nuclear membrane present. Now we are talking about the fourth characteristics, that is body organization. Body organization, kingdom Monera have cellular type body organization. Kingdom Protista has cellular type body organization. Kingdom Fungi has multicellular type body organization. Kingdom Plantae has tissue type body organization, and kingdom Animalia tissue organ. There are tissue organ system type organization. If we talk about mode of nutrition, then Monera are autotrophic. There is autotrophic mode of nutrition, means they make their food by own. Protista are also autotrophic mode of nutrition. In fungi there are heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They may be saprophytic or parasitic. If we talk about kingdom Plantae, so they are autotrophic mode of nutrition by the process of photosynthesis. Animalia, there is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So these are the characteristics which R.H. Whitaker considered to classify 5 kingdom of classification. This is the general introduction about the biological classification. So we discussed